Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Mortanius, and we are back with some more Dark Souls 3 on the Xbox Series X. When we last left off, we had finally managed to make our way to the individuals known as the Deacons, particularly the Deacons of the Deep. Managed to defeat them, transpose their soul into a sword that also casts sorceries and hexes. So we'll most definitely have to be looking into that. And we also picked up an interestingly... how can I put it? Yeah, it looks kind of like a holy doll, but then it also looks like it might be a little bit unholy. So we'll have to see exactly what we're dealing with in terms of this. But it's exactly what we need to finally make our way into Irithyll or the Boreal Valley. Ended up coming across a couple of friends, which come to find out, I guess, should have been found before. But we ended up finding them out of sequence for some reason. So if you like what you see and want to see more of me as I progress forward into Irithyll, give me a like, a follow, subscribe here on YouTube or both. Sorry about that. Subscribe on here on YouTube or both. Drop a comment. Check out some of the other playlists. Share around some of the other playlists. Follow the links to my Twitch to get to my YouTube. Follow the links to my YouTube to get to my Twitch. And wherever you folks happen to be, have yourselves a good morning, afternoon, evening, or night, and get comfortable. Let's get into this. Time of recording is 1:01 a.m. Saturday, August 17th, 2024. Just a second, folks. I'm dealing with a bit of a notification. Sorry, folks, they chose the perfect time. The perfect time. Okay. Now we can move on. We still gotta figure out what to do. See, at one point yesterday we had found our friend in the well. The Onion Knight. Siegfried of Katarina. Apparently his armor had been stolen. Now we've gotta find it. Doing so is gonna be complicated though.
Quite a pickle indeed. Maybe I can fashion a replacement from I've got to use my head and think.
We'll have to figure it out. Because, I mean, otherwise he's gonna die down there. are the main doors? The main big doors that we opened. Is it the closest? I think so. Only reason why I'm thinking about it is because those doors are so unusual. They're the only... What the hell? Oh! I was supposed to get... Okay, no. So you can get his armor if you kill him and then... Okay, so they did him like they did, what was the guy in the first game? Golden armor. If you killed him early, you got his ring and a humanity. But if you waited, you got his ring, a humanity, and his armor. But you had to wait until he killed your firekeeper. And then you had to hunt him down. See those doors right there? To the front right. Aha! That's the power of wall hacks. You can't cheat me. I won't allow it. But the reason why I mentioned these double doors is these are the only double doors that make no sense. Why would I even need to take this path? Ever. Like, what's the point of it? Seriously. Like, other than shortcuts, what is the legitimate point? So I get another one. Oh, you know something that occurs to me. We have fall control. I mentioned that just for the simple fact of now, I can finally use that key I spent 20 G's on. And I'm real curious what's behind that area. I don't know, I'm still wondering about some doors. And that's the power of Dark Souls, there's always something. Okay. So the way out is... Yep. But do I need to climb to get there? Oh wait, yes I do. And it would be even more, advantageous if I, equip the spell instead of having to make my way all the way back here again. 10. Used to cost 16. Wonder if it's not as effective as it used to be. One hopes not. Those are not problems I need. Got a magic sword. Yep. You don't even hear yourself roll. Love it. Beautiful. Okay, so yeah, I guess I do. Okay, well, here's hoping I know how to get up there. Those who never attack you, they always expect you to. Otherwise, they're having themselves a bit of relaxation in the shade. I'm not gonna kill y'all's vibe. It's obvious you two didn't want to be zombies, but you're stuck like that. Hey, no. Okay. What? Hawkmoon shield? Now we've come down here. Okay then, game. Ah, right. I had to. It's been a while since I've even thought about doing this. Visions of giants. Huh? It's a giant. Yes, it is. I don't remember if you usually see them in Dark Souls 1, but I'm used to seeing them in Dark Souls 2. Huh. Okay. Don't know if we spotted that ladder. Gorgeous view ahead indeed. Hold. Hold. Alright. Now. What? What just happened? Y'all heard that, right? It was like a door shut. What the hell?
Be more careful. By the gods, curiosity's gonna kill you, kittens.
No way.
Some places are better left alone, you know. Oh, sorry. Am I a tad too late?
No way. It's Patches. He's... Okay.
Have no fear. There's beauty in death.
Same voice actor and all.
Surrounded by ladies. Every man's dream, right?
Yeah, I mean, if he wants that much of a headache, sure.
Oh, no matter. I'll look after things. By stripping every last trinket off your corpse, you're gonna make some lucky customer very happy.
Oh, Patches. Now you have me wondering if you function like you do in the first game.
No matter. By stripping every last you.
So what's upstairs? Wait, no, actually, I remember now. Upstairs was the firekeeper's soul. Jesus. And I'm embered. I'd rather waste an ember than a ring of sacrifice. Oh boy, and immediately already off. Land, you fool. Okay, Patches, hold on. I'm coming. I promise. Wasted ember and all. Ugh. Don't know why he wouldn't just stick his landing. It was weird. Makes me wonder if I might have to do that same thing I did in Dark Souls 2. When I would jump off of that gap in the Huntsman's Copse. And I would have to actually attack to force myself into a dropping sword motion. Could I survive that drop? It is not insignificant. But I want to get that ladder. Actually, I think I can. I think I can. Oh, I can. Yeah, we're good. I hear crystal lizards. Okay, there's one at least. Oh, I wasn't sure if I was gonna make that. But I'm like, nah, weak, nah. Totally weak, you guys. Totally weak. Had me thinking I was getting ran up on. Well, now. This is uncomfortable. Extremely. Ooh, slow down. What? Oh, wow.
Me, Picklebee.
Hmm.
Me, Bumperum.
I remember. I'm drawing a blank of their names. But in all, well, apparently all 3 games, you can give them things that are like shiny, small, circular to an extent, and they'll always give you some
You.
object.
Me, Picklebee. Me, Bumperum.
Just checking something.
You. Me, Picklebee. Me, Bumperum.
Oh, that's too bad. I was trying to find the names of these creatures.
You. Me, Picklebee.
That's too bad. There's probably a name, but like I'd have to sit there like going through it. I was just looking for a quick search. Yes, sir. An Estus shard. Okay. Pickle Pea Pumperump. I mean, I'm assuming it's the same stuff y'all have always wanted. I don't know if they'll want one of these. Well, there we go. There's that answer. Be a trip if they wanted my Estus shard. Don't know how I'd feel about that. I have a sense I'd be upset. Jesus. I have nothing that I could even theorize they could want. I mean, I can Google it. Just kind of hoping they'd actually tell me a little more definitively. Well, okay, they did want the stone. For Twinkling Titanite, you wanted a prism stone? I'm not complaining. Now I'm assuming y'all still follow the old rule of only give one item, right? Item type, right? Yep. Yeah, you only accept one item, one of the same item. That's cool. So what about rubbish? So one man's garbage is another man's garbage. Understood? Oh shit! I legitimately can't even be mad. I hit the button one too many times to leave the menu, and here we are, children. I love Dark Souls. I don't even know if whatever, I don't know if they gave me something. I don't know if they didn't. I don't know if they did, if it's still around. Me know nothing. Well,
Pickle pea.
whatever I gave was yeah. Alright, I'm just finna Google it. My only issue is that I'd rather not spoil myself when it comes to like the items I can give. Cause like it might tell me something about an item that I would like to know about later when I've actually gotten a chance to actually earn it myself. Snuggly, that's the name. Okay. The name is Snuggly. That's what I was trying to remember. Okay, so they wanted one of the skulls. Oh, the hello carving. Huh, that's funny. The way I'm doing this, the item, the key is while I'm in here. Otherwise, you could just as easily be on the roof talking to her. It's in a different spot, I guess. Don't know how to get there. Homeward bone. Call over gesture. Iron bracelet. Okay. Don't know what's up with that. Firebomb for large titanites. Black firebomb, which unfortunately is the only one I've got, but titanite chunk. Yes, sir. I actually need that.
Hello.
Jesus. It wants a whole lightning urn. I don't even know if I've come across a lightning urn. Or I might have and might have sold it, but interesting. Don't know if I want to do this. Sieg, bro. Armor of the Sun. Oh, wow. Wants an outright sacred chime, huh? I don't think I have one. And if I do, I ain't giving it up. That one says sacred chime. Well, a sacred chime. But I definitely ain't giving up that Saint Tree Bellvine. Okay. Moaning Shield, huh? It's a hell of a title. What is he moaning about? Sorry about that. Well, it looks like everything I could give, I've already given. So... yeah. Okay. Well, guess I'm done here, Snuggly. Ah, okay. I'm like, it looked like it, but I don't know. God. Oh, it's the thrones. Why let me back here? Only reason why I'm not concerned is because of the bonfires right there. Okay. Coveted silver serpent ring. Holy Jesus. Pontiff's right eye has got to go. I don't need that excess damage increase. It's nice if you're constantly hitting. This ain't really a game that has you end up well for that. Coveted silver serpent ring. A silver ring depicting a snake that could have been, but never was, a dragon. Fallen foes yield more souls. Snakes are known as creatures of great avarice, devouring prey even larger than themselves by swallowing them whole. If one's shackles are cause for discernment or discontent, perhaps it is time for some old-fashioned greed. Yes, perhaps. Wow. Oh, they did me. What was that? Irithyll said, "Oh, you've done me good, brother." What? What did I? Oh, what? Y'all saw that, right? Was I tripping? What? Okay. He moved?
Ah, oh, you're alive. Now, hold
Yeah.
your horses. Let's have a nice talk about this. Oh, come clean. I did you wrong. I didn't mean it, though. Not one bit. You get these urges, running the business and all, and I hate myself for it. I do. You know what I mean. Terrible, really. But I can see you'll forgive me. You're alive, after all. And that's what counts, right?
Normal circumstances, it'd be a mixed bag, but in this particular case, I will for multiple reasons, particularly because you will be useful to me.
Oh, fantastic. A wily second chance. I knew you'd understand. I just knew it. The heart of a lion. A model for the rest of us. A true friend. Forever.
As has been untrustable for centuries, literally.
Ah, I see you've met Rerat. The slinking rodent. But he did me a good turn back in Lothric Dungeon. Doubtless I should do something about that little dead. Well, maybe not. Well, I can hardly believe he's still standing.
Lothric Dungeon. Y'all met in Lothric Dungeon. Interesting. I didn't see him there at all.
Ah, I see you've met Rerat. The stout smell.
Okay, what am I dealing with you? Embers, bombs. Actually, he sells black fire bombs. He also sells Siegbro armor. Interesting. Boost kick effect. Horseshoe ring. It's got me wondering if he stole dude's armor.
Can't find anything you like. Oh, you could try look.
Interesting. I did not expect to see him. What the f...
Well, hasn't it been some time?
Yeah?
I'm Leonard, the ring finger. Remember me? I slipped you
Yeah.
some time ago. You're making quite an effort of it, so I thought you might like to know. If you yearn for a proper red-eye orb, one that is uncracked, then kill the Dark Wraith, survivor of the land swallowed by darkness. He has been a prisoner for many ages in the deepest cell in all Lothric.
Where is that? Lift the chamber
I can see
key?
it in your eyes. If you didn't invade, didn't pillage, whatever would you do?
Not invade and pillage? You'd be surprised how content I'd be.
See a proper red-eye or then kill the dark. He has been. I can see it in your eyes. If you didn't invade, didn't pillage.
I have no real need to snipe people like that. What's funny is you do seem to have a lot. It's one of those things. Don't really play PvP often. Don't know why. I just don't play PvP like I used to when I was a kid. But when I'm in, oh, I'm in. I'm having fun. I'm right there. It's all good, son. Okay. Now let's look at a few things, because we picked up a few things earlier. Helm of Thorns. Helm of Kirk, the notorious Knight of Thorns. A dense patch of thorns grows from its surface. A fitting item for the murderous Kirk, for even the simple act of rolling can damage enemies when wearing this attire. Yep, that is the exact same Kirk from the first game, with the exact same armor. I guess they just gave him more name. Oh wait, hold up. Long Finger Kirk. Didn't this dude say he was Long Finger?
See a proper and kill the dark. He has been a prisoner for many ages. I can see it in.
I can see that actually. Same with the description for the armor. Gauntlets, yeah. Leggings, yeah. It all looked like one giant ancient gimp outfit. Or like something from Hellraiser. So, a giant gimp outfit. Oh, hold on. Need to check out this key. Lift chamber key. Key to the underground lift. Key to the room or the lift that ascends to the deepest dungeon in Lothric. A surviving dark wraith from the land swallowed by darkness is said to be held down there. The land swallowed by darkness. The only one I can think of is Irithyll. You have a dark wraith from Irithyll's time?
Speak thine
Still alive.
ashen one, to be I'm ashen. Farewell.
Interesting. One hopes not, but let's face it. It's probably the case. It's probably the case.
'Tis good to see ye in good health. What needs smithing this day?
Yeah, reinforce that Estes. So I have the Titanite I need, just not the souls. Oh, the pain. And it's barely, it's just hundreds. It's just hundreds. It's just evil game. Evil. Oh, the blasphemy. The audacity. The unmitigated gall. Alright. Back at it. Nope. Now, to be clear, do I need to go over there to get in here? Yeah, I do, because it just drops down where I fought the crystal lizard. and into the door I can't open from this side. Yes, naturally. Ah, man. These set pieces and scenery are truly some of the most beautiful in gaming. Well and truly. Okay, maybe, yep, nope. Oh, hold up. I missed whatever that was, but I'm here. Estes ring. Increase HP restored with Estes flask. Okay. A green ring crafted from shards. Wow, from shards. Increase HP restored by Estes flask. This ring was entrusted to a certain firekeeper, but in the end she never met her champion, and the ensuing tragic farce became a favorite tale of the masses. If you remember right, we found the soul of that firekeeper. Yeah, and here's the door. We found the soul of that firekeeper at the top of the tower. You know what? I'm gonna do something I don't want to do. I'm gonna actually Google and see if what that is worth fighting for. Because that could just as easily be some like random item. I can't see that item being the only thing in here worth it though, honestly. I mean, yeah, nah, I'm good. It's, I mean, they could be useful. They could be nice in terms of appearance, especially if I was, like, using a female model. But no, what it is firekeeper robes. So, yeah, the ring is the main goal for that tower. If memory serves, though, we did get everything up there. So, I want to be sure about that. Off screen, I might throw myself at that problem if I'm not carrying souls or trying to do something, but right now I'm, you know, trying to give you folks something to watch, and ended up getting stuck in a situation of collecting a bunch of stuff I'd already should have had. Yeah, see up here's where we had the firekeeper soul and the firekeeper corpse apparently. Jesus, forgot the wait. Yeah, eyes covered. Still makes you wonder about that tale they spoke of. About the firekeeper. Like, what tale are you talking about? Because the only firekeeper I can think of that didn't become a firekeeper is the one we got downstairs. Okay. If I remember right, I can't use this on my sword, yes? Can't on the long sword. Can't on the katana. Yep, time to focus on the atonement. Okay, folks, we are finally back on track. Well, I mean, didn't really get off track. We ended up doing a bunch of stuff we didn't know we were able to do. So, I mean, it still works out. Okay. Got one of them dog things in waiting. Okay, that was situational. 100%. Yeah. Rhyme blue moss clump. I don't know, just stuff, barriers like that just mess with me. I keep expecting the barrier to solidify with me halfway through. Reduces frost buildup, cures frostbite status. Moss clump radiating gentle heat and light. Frost accumulates in the body causing frostbite, which saps one's health, lowers absorption, and slows stamina recovery. So you're less resistant to anything. You actually lower your resistance, I guess, when it says lowers absorption. Weapons imbued with frost are a rare thing indeed, most of them originating in the Boreal Valley, hence me not getting rid of my sword, my friend. That's actually something else I need to check. Yeah. It's cold out here. Okay. Yep. Oh, wait. Yeah, no. Won't let me do it. Double enchanted. Fine, then. Yeah, we'll go with that. You see, it's honestly impressive architecture. Beautiful. Once again, I said it in the previous episode. I really wonder what this is like in its heyday. I'm probably not, but you know, thank you for asking. Courtesy never hurts anyone. Except, ooh, oh wait, I should have saw that. Look at the ground. Oh, interesting. I don't know how to feel about that. Who's to say how many of those are illusions and how many are booby traps? Ooh. Okay. Somebody is upset. I mean, I could have stayed away further, but I was hoping she was going to stop after that last one. That's why I didn't dodge again. Thinking she going to pull back and conserve that stamina. Nope. You don't know me, man. You don't know my problems. You don't know what I know. What? What the? Why? Okay, again. Ooh, we're gonna have ourselves one of these nights, children. Okay, we're making up our mind and dying. And we're dead. I mean, the dying part was supposed to be on your end. That's what happens when people try to play other people's roles. Hmm. Roll away, bro. Roll away. Do what you got to do. Anybody laughing at you is somebody who has no idea what it is out here. Or it's somebody who does and they still consider you comedy gold. In other words, nothing wrong with that. Starting to see how they really function in this game. Once you say, "Oh, you're dodging, huh? You think you're dodging, huh? Well, come here." Yep. Okay. I'm gonna need to shift my defenses. Small as it is, I'm going to need to put on something better. It's not much, but it's a change. That second attack is just devastating. Yeah, 2 at a time is not gonna be a way to do that. Not with me using my katana only. Oh, it's asinine. Completely understand why I asked if I was ready. Come on. Uh-huh. I think I see, said the blind man. Feed me, Seymour. They're primarily offensive and don't really know how to deal with being defensive. Okay. See what I mean? Very offensive. And they're good at stun locking, from what it looks like. At least the way I've built myself. Really? I could be full of shit too. Okay. Really? Really? Okay, this is starting to frustrate me. This one set of steps is a death trap with these things. That's what I'm saying with y'all. Once you get started, it's too late. Thank you. Oh, okay. They let you have it, huh? Oh. Yep. Oh God. Okay. Yep. Try finger, butthole. Oh, look at that. That was innovative. Said finger instead of tongue. You grand connoisseur, you. You know you're men of culture. They do so love extras, don't they? Not my style. Whoa. To each his own, though. To each their own. Why does this area look familiar to me? And I haven't even been in an area like this. What is up with them, boy? Got some of that I've been Einsteining for centuries here going on. What? Ooh, that is a reach. Oh, that's what that. Why wouldn't you let me move, gang? What was that? Stuck in the getting up animation. That is very much not cool. Gotta remind myself my sorcery is on the right side, not the left. Interesting. That could be of use to me. I need to see more. There's nothing right about them. Those things are gonna be up at some point. What the? Hey, yeah. Don't attack. Don't. Yeah, no. Why do something like that? Budding green blossom. Hadn't seen those. Of course. Get up. Having to keep track of his time frames as well as kill his minions. Fantastic. Okay. Save it. He gave me like 10,000 souls. Does he respawn? Because good God. He really, really kind of needs to stay gone. He really does. ain't right with these despicable me minions for Dark Souls. Now I need a bonfire, cause that's about a level plus. Oh, just a little under a level, actually. Oh God. Oh, okay. You like following people. Oh, okay. Really game. Oh no, no, no. You'll find it's important to me. Oh, maybe not. Either that or it was only that first one that gave you a whole bunch, because he didn't. Unga Bunga, welcome to the game, welcome to the chat. Thanks for stopping by. I mean, honestly, it couldn't hurt at this point. This is kind of wild. Sure. We can do that. Well, I mean, if y'all want to do this way, we can. I mean, I'm not gonna stop you. Okay. You can save your dark side juice. It has no effect on me. Church of Yorshka. Nope. This is my first instance actually moving through this area. Haven't actually hit another bonfire yet. Ah. And of course. Because why not? There's those hit boxes rebounding off of walls so things can kill you. Yep. At this speed, I don't know if running is doable. I mean, it might be, but I don't know. And with the way the enemies leash in this game, they don't leash for a while. Yeah, we'll have to see. But they might actually make these ones leash because of how powerful and fast they are. Okay. So the armor and hammer guy is still here. Fantastic. So he does respawn. That's a shame. Well, if we look at our right here, we've got this wonderful structure. Looks like it could be a church. If we take a look at our back left, who knows what's over there? I would like some space, gentlemen. Actually. Oh, wrong sword. Ah! And that literally just got me killed because of it. Little hard to read my phone and run at the same time. Settings, password, and 888. Oh, don't know if I ever cut that on or off. Matchmaking off, huh? Huh. Wonder if I need to be embered for this. I didn't use that seeking guidance miracle. Yep, okay. So I actually do. This area is something else. It is a serious leap. They're easily killable, but they're easy to die to as well. I'm assuming this is your sign. Oh, okay, yeah. Interesting. Looks like you're dressed like one of the Black Knights with a Black Knight greatsword. I've got the armor. I think I've got a sword, but I haven't picked up the greatsword. Oh yeah, I do have the standard sword. Always did like the Black Knight swords though. My user on the Xbox is Mortanius. It's the same as the should be the same name you see. Yeah, top left on this screen. Interesting. I was offline. Just a second for that. Wonder why that was. Right. I can understand why. It's pretty good. Huh. Right. It won't let you play Dark Souls. Oh, your saves. Oh. That is pain. Yeah. That was on the other side. Yeah. Right. Not in action in this one, but in the original, yeah. In the original, it makes sense. I'm used to getting hit by that. Oh, you died. Ah, wow. Oh, listen. Okay. Interesting. This area is wild. It was literally a large leap between like damage and everything. Yep. Oh yeah. So far, at least I think I'm not missing any bosses. Killed the crystal sages, which, yep. They were an interesting fight. They were an interesting fight. Yeah, I'm right past the fountain in the circle. Oh yeah. Oh, you can, huh? I've never heard that one. Fire is usually the easiest to dodge in these games. It's usually lightning and things like that that's the problem. Yeah, I need to see where it's... Okay, I got it. Whoa! I don't know how that just happened. Be careful. It's summoning you in here to Oh wow. Just as I started to move, I ended up getting hit with his residual flame. Wow. That's cold. Oh, I know. But sunlight talisman. Crystal Ujigatana 6, which I actually need to level that up. I would have done so if I hadn't lost those souls. Okay. So to be clear, you are still up there. Or are you back down where the bonfire was? There's no way these things stay untouchable forever. There's no way. Really? I don't remember fighting them in Dark Souls 2. I mean, if you haven't tried Dark Souls 2, I recommend it. It's pretty good. It's better than people claim it is, but it is pain in terms of certain mechanics, the way certain things work. Yeah, I did. I kind of figured I would have to. Well, I mean, I'm good gear-wise. I just need to. I make it a point not to min max in terms of my stats, so I tend to split certain things up. Yeah, I've come across it. Rosaria. Yeah. It was weird to have to traverse that distance. The slugs wasn't overly dangerous, just frustrating. Go for it. Oh, I don't doubt it, especially with those defenses. Cut straight through those shields. I mean, yeah, sure. Why not? Oh yeah, that's definitely gonna be a while. What level are you all together? Yeah, see, I'm 54. Watch your back. See, I like weapons like that, styles like that. I've just never been the type that like to stick around in one spot for long periods. Go for it. I hate that interruption it is. It is irritating. Yeah, that's wild. Whoa! It actually works out because that residual fire was everywhere. Yeah, it's looking like we might have to. Definitely got to come back to grab this loot though. I don't know if they'll let me. Ah, okay, they will. I wasn't sure if they let me light it. Yeah. What I find is a shame is that I can't buff my magic weapon with anything after it's already got something on it. Like that is disrespectful. Yeah, I have no idea where you went. Oh, okay. Back down to the group that was at the stairs. Yeah. I saw it. It was kind of rough. Do you think? Whoa. Whoa. Oh, well. Okay. You know, let me go ahead and go upgrade my sword real quick. This is such an interesting area right here. Who is that? Oh, statues.
That is good. What neat.
Good. Uchi Katana +7. Bring all of that on. Okay, you go ahead and upgrade my large, my cleric's candlestick. Cleric's candlestick.
Pretty be careful.
Did I give him both? Because I remember finding an Estes shard, I think, last episode, as well as the one I found this time. Nope, I guess I did. Now I need to somehow find more books for him. Oh, well, that'll,
Very well.
yeah, I'm leveling up with that one. So it's 18,000 souls. That was what, 5,000 each. That's 10,000 altogether. 10,000 altogether. That's 12.2. That's what we call not enough souls to do anything, children.
Welcome home, my sweet.
But that's all right.
Farewell, may the
We did enough. All right. Yeah, it was interesting. Was reading and Snuggly, the bird that wanted us to constantly give them pickle peas and prumperumps and all of that. Yeah, they wanted an undead bone shard. Second I saw that, I'm like, nah. I have other plans for that. All right. Well, since I'm here, I'll have a look around. What was this place? Yorshka's... What? Church of Yorshka. Yorshka. Why does that name sound familiar to me? Didn't we deal with a Yorshka or something in one of the first two games? Running around like that, I have no idea what I picked up. Right, never did look at the Hawkwood shield. Hawkwood shield. Shield that belongs to Hawkwood, a deserter from the Undead Legion. Okay. Okay. Unique swordsmanship of the Watchers does not normally allow for the use of shields. The unique swordsmanship of the Watchers will not allow such a shield, and Hawkwood's very possession of it was telltale of his defeat. Okay. Oh yeah. The one I'm using now is parryable as well, but it's the grass crest shield for oh, I make it a point to avoid it. All three playthroughs I'm doing for Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3, I'm making a point to do no shield run, just two-hand my weapon. Yes sir. Yep, those are already in the bag. Go for it. I played it when it first came out. Good game for what I had played. I haven't actually played it since it first came out, but when I did play it, it gave me strong God of War vibes, but in a good way. Hmm. Okay. Oh well, yeah. Devil May Cry and a few others use that exact kind of description too. So yeah, it makes sense. It got by you. Yeah. Proof of a Concord kept. Proof a dark spirit was felled by a blue sentinel. Hmm. Blood drained shrunken ear. Souvenir taken by subduing the guilty. The knights called the blades of the dark moon punish the guilt-soaked offenders of the gods and take this as proof of their conquest. The earless corpses of the guilty will be left behind as a warning to others, inspiring both fear and respect for the gods, such in the eternal mandate of the dark sun. Dark sun. Okay, you can kind of have my attention with that one. Oh, okay, so you went with the standard. Okay, that's what I figured, because I'm looking at you and I'm like, you're not as bulky as you were. Well, I mean, when I play these games, I tend to like to, I want to make myself as durable as possible while staying as mobile as possible. If I'm slow, I'm upset. Huh. Okay. Large gauntlets. Hmm. Roster of knights. Oh, okay. I think it's a PvP thing. Roster of knights. This is a booby trap. No, I was right. This is a booby trap. Rusted gold coin. Huh. I haven't seen one of those. I've seen the standard rusted coins in this one. Oh yeah, I'm used to them. I just haven't come across the gold ones in this game. I swear I keep seeing cloaked enemies. Hold up. Hold up. Let there be light. The item good? I mean, I'll probably want it, but like... Alright, let's go for it. Yeah, I noticed them down here. I was wondering... Oh, we're being followed. We're definitely being followed. Oh no. Just you know, heads up. Oh, shriving stone. Not bad. One second. Oh, that's interesting. There isn't actually. Oh, you landed in the. Oh, you. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, wow. Good luck, man. I don't have any. I was gonna say I don't have any magic that heals groups right now, and I don't know if me consuming an Estus would help you. Oh. Ah, shit. Don't. Yorshka spear. Okay. Yeah. 1 second. I'm wondering what this thing in here is. Ah. Bug pellet. Pointless. I thought it was gonna be, you know, important. Whoa. Oh. Okay. I see. You mean that dog-looking thing? No, I haven't been back. Oh no. Found an illusory wall and a titanite lizard, titanite bug actually. Twinkling titanite. Okay, whatever that is, it's gotta. Yeah, because whatever that is, it's gotta die. Yep. Swarmers. It's always swarmers. Haha! No. Ah, good. A ring of sacrifice. What I need is a rusty iron ring. It's from Dark Souls 1. It's what it is it when we're in water, we move as if we're not. Yeah, it's a real good ring. No, I haven't even been down here. Yeah. Whatever ill. Oh, you mean the thing way back in the undead settlement? Cause I'm. Uh-huh. Oh, you're talking about the thing that actually runs up on you from behind as you're crossing the bridge. Yeah, that's more of a dog thing. That's why I was kind of confused. It didn't do that with me. It kept biting at me. Yeah, if memory serves, I think I ended up mentioning something unusual about that fight. Yeah, I'm seeing. Dung pies. I actually need to get his armor. Well, I spoke to him. But I actually needed souls to get his armor, and then I ended up here. That Estes soup is... Well, I don't need it. I don't need it right now. What do you think, then? Oh, good. That actually works out. I went back down to that area. There was a item straight ahead. Ashes. For the firekeeper merchant. Yeah. She there's a merchant in Firelink. The old woman, she actually wants that. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this God, okay. Whoa. There's a sniper up there. Nice. Large Titanite Divine Blessing. I'll take it. Keep going. I'm just popping my charm. You know, it's funny. I see you do that attack, and my brain says, no, it says, secret finger jutsu, 1,000 years of death. Oh, is that some of that, oh yeah, Frost, okay. I was gonna say, is that some of that, damage, armor damage and stuff? Small's hammer. Yeah, that was in the second one. Oh, it's probably like 50. 45, excuse me. That's pretty good. Most definitely. No. Huh? Whoa. He got thick real quick over here. Whoa. I was about to be. Well, we'll see. Yep. Ah, Frost again. I wonder if how it hits actually. Oh, he's using net. Oh, really? What? Did he? Okay. Yeah, I thought that's what I was seeing. Yeah, nah, it still does bleed. Mannequin claws. Yeah. I remember those from Dark Souls 1. I never used them, but I heard they were pretty good. Oh. Huh. Wow. I remember that photo, but it is insanely faded. Yep. Amazing chest ahead. I, I I actually recommend you do. They're both pretty good. They're not as fast paced as this one, so they're easier to get into. But they're also, see, yeah, that's a different conversation. What was that? Woman required a head, huh? Oh, well, I mean, setting aside. Oh, you talking about oh, back to where oh, okay, yeah. Um, I mean, to an extent, yeah, it is. But to other extents, reality is too. Good, bad, and in between. Well, I mean, it's like this. If it wasn't, that would. If it wasn't, if reality wasn't in its own way, in some way, shape, or form, there wouldn't be man and woman. We'd all be the same thing. I'd say it'd be kind of boring. There wouldn't really be unfairness. We'd all be the same. Go for it. Yep, and that is a true argument. If everyone's special, no one's special. If everyone's equal, well, no one's equal because at the end of the day, there had to be somebody to make you equal. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing, but you know. Honestly, he wasn't too tough of a fight. So long as I stayed away from his giant smacking hands, I I mean he went down pretty easy. Looked at his soul and tried to transpose it, right? And as I did, read the description and looked over and it was like Pontiff's or not Pontiff, Wolnir's sword and I'm like, yeah, he has a sword. He did not pull his sword. Oh well, I guess I put in that work because I never seen his sword. Mention it. Speak on it. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's funny. I tend not to really like to go through my homeward bones if I can help it, because I know there's probably gonna be points where I really need them, like this right here. That's why I tend to like to teach myself homeward, the miracle homeward. I don't always use it, but you know, yeah, homeward. It works like a homeward bone, but it's just a miracle. I think it's like 18 faith. I don't know. I don't know if I have it yet. Yeah. Hey, diversify your bonds. Hey, it's all right. Diversify. That's why my stats are the way they are. It's because they're so split between everything. See what I mean? Yeah. It's because they're split between everything. But because of that, well, I mean, I'm using a few, not intelligence or anything like that, but because of that, I'm able to use my sorceries. I picked up fall control or spook recently. Able to use replenishment. Picked up the coveted silver serpent ring just before I ended up meeting up with you. Pontiff's left eye for the regen. Looks like we're being invaded. Chloranthy ring. Chloranthy ring and Havel's ring. Yep. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to carry all this weight like I do. I chose sorcery as my starter. Mm-hmm. Hmm. You mean like this? Curl up in that ball. I think that'll do it. This is Dark Souls. Hope is for people who like dying. Hope is for people who like dying. It depends on what you're going for. What you going for is more, I wait for my enemy. I'm going for, I mean, I don't really care if I see him or not. I can respect it. All that armor and that weapon. They might not know where we're actually at, though. These invasions, they never do. Not unless they're actually watching, they never actually know where you're at. No, it depends. He might have loaded into a game and not realized that the game was already or rather that we weren't near the bonfire, or that we were near the bonfire rather. He might have thought we were further on. It's actually got me interested too, especially with how this area is. Alright, that's alright, do your thing, man. You're fighting a dude near the door. Yeah. You might want to get out of there. Watch your back. Oh, you died. That's actually pretty good. That you don't lose your ember if you die. That's a real good thing. I mean, obviously you're still in your world. Yeah, that's still weird, cause I haven't sent him home and he hasn't died. Yeah. Oh well, I mean, I know a way I can get rid of him. I just haven't done it. Not unless they've changed it. Not unless they changed it, cause they used to. Oh well, I don't know about in Dark Souls 3, but. I know it would send you back, but I don't know if it would send him back. The options. No. Yeah, no, it gives me options, but the only option is to. Nah, watch out. It gives me options, but the only options it gives me is to send you back. Oh, he's using the Abyss Watcher weapon. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why it is I loved and hated fighting the Abyss Watchers. It is legit my favorite fight so far. Thank you for the kill. Most definitely. Oh yeah, I use all three. Well, all four. I will be adding hexes to my list. You don't have to throw me anything, man. You being here isn't enough, honestly. Because I can tell from the way this area has been, I'd still be halfway through what I've been through so far with my current stats. So I ain't mad. Oh, Ring of Steel Protection 3. I was wondering if it existed in this game. It is. It's always been a real good ring. Yeah, I was kind of thinking. Thank you. Oh. Physical resistance, yeah. I'll take it. Like I said, it's always been a real good ring. You didn't have to do it, but definitely take it. What I need is a place to get more sorceries. Yeah, the teacher. Yeah. Nah, but I found the other pyromancy dude. Well, I found a pyromancy dude. There's somebody who teaches dark pyromancies. I have not found them yet, and I need to. Haha! What's your Estes situation looking like? 6. Ooh. Yep, that's what I thought. I heard something and I was wondering. Alright. That is one of the main Dark Souls mottos. We remember. So, Agony? They killing me with that. Oh, that is not the spot I wanted to end up in. Green blossom. I'll take it. Oh yeah, I know. I'll take it. Yep. Do they respawn these Silver Knights? Yeah, I was wondering, and I hadn't been getting shot at from behind, so. So the Silver Knights no longer have the power to respawn like they used to. Sad, really. You said it's like what? Well, no, the way they designed the Dark Souls universe, things get weaker over the course of like each game. Yeah. Well, yeah, but not like hard, more like in universe kind of hard. Like how like we're casting spells and using miracles and all of that. In the Dark Souls universe, those are actually stories. And as we go, miracles and sorceries and all of the pyromancies, they become less effective because it's all a bunch of paraphrased, half-remembered stories at this point. Oh. What, another way to get in? Makes sense. Yeah, they're starting to come up the stairs. Whoa. What? Whoa, whoa. 1 second. I think we ended up getting separated. I thought you went down into the group, so I kind of followed you. But I'm back in that room, so it's fine. One, two, three. Ah, ah, ah. Oh, yeah. Oh, another thing. Oh, you went left. Okay. Another thing to note. When you're playing Dark Souls, if you're trying to drop down and you don't want to die, your weight does matter. So all that armor you're in, you'll kill yourself faster than if you were actually naked. Funnily enough. Praise the rear, really. I can respect it. Is Black Hand? Oh, okay. That's an actual NPC. You went down? Okay. Oh, the double door is good. Yep. Thank you, thank you. Oh yeah, you definitely I was gonna say yeah. Here, I'll go ahead and send you back then. Yeah. Well, I mean, I was going to, but you good. Let me see. Oh, well, give me a second. I gotta run back to Firelink real quick and level up. I wondered if there was one in this game, because there is one in Dark Souls 2.
Welcome home. Speak then. Very well. Then touch Ignari.
This woman constantly wanting me to touch the darkness inside of her. I'm not offended, but at the same time, it's like, what do I do here? It's the Firekeeper.
Fell may the flame.
It legitimately is a fun game. It's one of the reasons why I always wanted to
Welcome
actually
home,
go
speak
through the
then.
whole Dark Souls
Very
series.
well. Then touch Ignari.
Jesus. How much attunement does it take to get another slot? Yeah, I'd rather not use it. I'd rather use those slots for more useful stuff. Well, no. I'm going for more of a versatile all-around build. Jack of all trades. I need 24 attunement. That's what it is. Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely. Because
Ashen may the flames.
things hit so very hard. Yeah. And then you can't upgrade your armor anymore. Yeah, no, that's for like if something outright completely breaks. Oh, I forgot to give those ashes to the old Firekeeper.
might be.
If they get the job done, I don't see how anybody could complain.
Ashen One.
Hold on, what? Yeah. Uh. I have to look at that. Probably help. Excrement covered ashes, shrine maiden, shrine handmaiden, unclean umbral ash coated with excrement. Tasty. Perhaps it's possible the handmaid of Firelink Shrine could turn this into a few new things. Oh, to savor the sweet pungency, but once more.
How
Yeah, that's funny.
gracious. Passing fine ash thou'st given.
Oh, well, she's gracious and not complaining. I guess she'll be able to savor the flavor. No, I let him live. Yeah, well, Patches always tends to be useful in his own ways when you let him keep breathing. Oh no, under any normal circumstances, I'd split him from head to toe, but you know, he's useful, so he keeps breathing. You don't kick me down a pit or lock me in the tower and then talk about picking stuff off my corpse and then expect us to be friends.
Ashen One. If my wares are not bring me with ash, is it not us? Ashen One.
Got the soul, left the clothes, but I did get the Estus ring. Well, I picked up that fall control, which nullifies damage after up to a certain point of falling. It's one of my go-tos when it comes to Dark Souls. But didn't know what that last item was, so I decided to go ahead and suck it up and Google it. Found out it was a Firekeeper's clothes, and I felt no need to just sit there dying for him. Depends on what you're going for, but it's probably best for like things like curse and whatnot. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. What happened? Ah, okay. Thank you. I make it a point to focus down certain lines when it comes to what I'm going for. You know, cast light, repair. Nothing like the ability to repair. Emit force? I don't think so. Oh, then yeah, no. Those priest kind of dudes. I might have seen the one you're talking about. Like the ones that roam the halls and have fire in their actual stomachs. Because they'll also send like a fireball in the air and it'll just shoot at you.
Oh, yes, yes. What can
Yeah,
I
it's
do?
wild.
Are
I
you
didn't
glad
expect
we
to see
made
him this time.
good Ah, I see you've made the slinking road. Doubtless I shall help.
Yes, I met Grey Rat. Yeah, he sells a few things. Yeah, that's one of the main reasons I came here. Need to get the other 2 pieces.
Thank
He's an Elden Ring too, huh? I'm not surprised. I don't know. I didn't see him in Sekiro, but I didn't get far. Watched the playthrough of Bloodborne right when it first dropped, and I do remember seeing him in Bloodborne. He's not, huh? I wouldn't be surprised if he's in there. Yep. Yep, that's usually what he's known as. Yeah, you looking at the original Demon Souls or the Demon Souls remake? Because the remake, he probably looks better, but at the same time, it's hard to say. Okay. And fire link after you find him. Oh, you're actually reading. Okay. All right. Right. Yeah, I ain't mad. Again, it's always good to find somebody else who actually wants to see it and actually wants to get in. It's one of those things. Yeah, yeah. I can dig it. I can dig it. It's one of the things I make it a point to say, I'm all for backseat gaming. I just might not go with everything that's backseat gaming or backseat gamed on. But I'm all too willing to take the advice. Oh. They are on the way. Be my sword. Actually, I think that was what it said, by my sword. That you over there? Oh, that's him. Oh, and he dual wheels. Okay. Oh, he does a lot of back swinging. Oh, yep. I didn't know if he was charging me or if he was waiting. No. Oh. Yeah. I was gonna say one of us probably should. Oh wow, I thought I was at the edge of that. Oh, that hits hard. That does too. Oh, thank you. That actually works out. Yeah, that would have been a particularly frustrating fight, and I don't think he would have lasted long enough to actually distract the clone. Oh, he gave you an ember. Cool. Yeah, I got the same thing with that. I didn't actually expect the sunlight. Oh, okay, so I got the sunlight medal because of you. Cool. Thank you. Yeah, like I said, that would have been more complicated had had it just been me and the NPC. Probably would have been there a few times. Not to mention, Oh, it would have been me in the end. But yeah, I actually might have done that before I opened the side path, the shortcut. Oh, I would have looked around, but I still might have gotten killed.
Can't resist it, can you?
Oh, he's more than asked for it, but it's one of those things. He's useful until he's not. He's probably looking where. Yeah. Gotta go back here and see if I can save the knight. Remember, he's stuck down the well.
I'm in quite a pickle indeed. Maybe I can fashion a replacement from
Positively.
I've got to
What? Why can't I have his armor? What is going on here? I doubt it. Maybe though. Hold up. Might not have got his leg pieces. I thought I did. Huh. I could swore.
maybe I
I don't know. Let me go look at patches again. Since I weigh a couple of houses, it's taking me a little longer to get to the bonfire. Okay. Let's see what we're dealing with. Well, I mean, I actually don't have legs. I thought I had got them all. But he might not actually sell them. Yeah, I didn't actually get legs pieces. Yeah, okay. I had bought his shield for some reason. A build that don't use shields like that, and I bought his shield. But I mean, the only reason I'm using the shields is for the stamina regen. Ugh. And if memory serves, a shield being on your back decreases backstab damage. I might be wrong on that one. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Yeah, you can probably do that. Whoa. Excuse me. All right there, guy. Yeah. Now I can give him his armor.
Oh, my armor.
Oh, your
Take this
concussion.
gratitude I, Siegfried of Katerina, salute you. With my trusty suit of armor, I'll be out of here in a jiffy. Until we meet again, comrade.
Now you kind of thinking about that inventory and some of the stuff he sells, huh? Yeah, man. Especially because I'm noticing that Shrine Maiden, she has different stacks of embers, which means she runs out permanently, and that is frustrating to me. Why wouldn't you just add to her stack instead of giving her separate stacks?
Ah, how many?
Now that is one thing that people do a lot of the times when they play Souls games. They'll, well, no, she really needs to start selling more Titanite, better Titanite rather. But no, what they'll do is,
Ashen one.
and this is all Dark Souls games. I don't know if it's all Souls types, but they'll go through and they'll kill everybody, all the NPCs they can, to get all of the possible loot. Yeah. Well, I mean, they're at the end of the game. They're gonna restart the game. Why not do it? They'll all be back. They'll. Yeah. Yeah. He did, and that's what's irritating to me. I had used him. Yeah, I saw something about that. I had used 4 instances of him drawing out my power, and I wasn't sure, so I went ahead and researched it, and it said if I did it again, he would die. But I didn't do it again, and somehow he still died. So wait, even if you don't draw his power out, he still draw power out, he still dies.
Ah, it is good to see you. What needs?
Oh, interesting. I mean, it makes sense. You can pretty much, like I said, you can pretty much kill any NPC in these games. I think the only one you can't kill is Andre for obvious reasons.
Pretty be careful. I don't want to see my work.
And as a matter of fact, in Dark Souls 1, people made it a point to try and kill Andre, and all he did was unleash them hands on him, and it was a wrap. They say, I'm not even gonna grab a sword. Well, it ain't just that. He was beating him with them gloves. Yes, sir. But, I mean, you said you knew Game Plus the 10, I mean. Oh, okay, the overall goal. Plus, I got you. Well, I'm actually about to hop off here. Actually about to end this stream. Yeah, that was cool. Again, thank you for helping me out with all of that. That whole area is legitimately crazy. Now do your thing, man. Alright. Yep. Gonna say goodbye to my folks and then call it. 21 it is. I know what you mean. Well, folks, as you saw, we had somebody cool pop up to help us out, knock out quite a few problems, including Pontiff Sullivan. Interestingly enough, that area's, I guess, main boss, I'm assuming? Or at least one of the more powerful bosses. I've been hearing about Pontiff Sullivan throughout the entire game, so it's interesting that we actually killed him. Dual wielding, clone summoning, fire, and what was it? Darkness? So basically light and darkness is what he fought us with? Interesting. Soul of Pontiff Sullivan, one of the twisted souls steeped in strength. Pontiff Sullivan of Irithyll imprisoned the god of the old royalty in the abandoned cathedral to be fed to the devourer. God of the old royalty to be fed to Aldridge? Really? Roster of knights. Yeah, I was right. It is an online item. Online play item. A roster of knights of the Dark Moon who have served since the age of the old royals. Used to discover the names of the Dark Moon Knights in order of elite knights shrouded in shadows. Rusty gold coin. Rusty old gold coin that surely has no currency. Surely. Crushing the gold coin gives a large and temporary boost to item discovery. Yeah, okay, so it's still the same rule. A rich man lost his fortune, but it returned to him twofold. He was swift to squander his retrieved fortune, smugly confident that it was bound to double once again. Oh. And that's how you become destitute. Because you think because you got lucky once, you have the right to get lucky again. You didn't have the right to get lucky the first time. That's why it's called luck. Anything else going over before I call it? Smaug's hammer. Twisted great hammer associated with Smaug, the last knight to remain at his post guarding the ruined cathedral. Guarding the ruined cathedral? Interesting. Restores HP while attacking, a carryover from Smaug's past as an executioner. Huh. Interesting. So Smaug was able to vampire life out of you. I did not expect to read that. Armor of the Sun. Right, got that at the beginning. Chainmail armor and white coat featuring a large rendition of the holy symbol of the sun. The choice attire of a singular knight of sunlight from a previous age. The symbol was painted by the knight himself, but the armor never bore any special powers, sacred or otherwise. Jolly cooperation. For those of y'all who might be confused, that's the armor of, I'm literally drawing a blank from Dark Souls 1. Solaire, right. Solaire of Astora from Dark Souls 1. Seeking his son. So terribly incandescent, he wishes we could all be. Nope, wonderfully incandescent. Excuse me. I mean, hey, didn't actually read this. Ring of Steel Protection +3. Also, there are pluses. I was wondering if they had higher versions of rings in this game like they did Dark Souls 2. I'm glad they do. Ring of the Night King of ancient legend increases physical damage absorption. The Night King was said to be lined with steel on the inside, such that even the talons of mighty dragons did him little harm. Interesting. Okay. Had to have been extremely uncomfortable. But alright then. Let's see what this soul gets us, and then we will call it a night, children.
Aha, där också.
Great Sword of Judgment. Ceremonial sword held in Pontus Sullivan's left hand, representing the judgment of the moon. Yep, I thought it was the dark one, but with magic far closer to sorcery than any existing lunar power. Interesting. Its dark blue hues, deeper than the darkest moon, reflect Sorcerer Sullivan's true nature. He was a sorcerer. Stance of Judgment. Consume stance to unleash dark magic. Use normal attacks for a lunging thrust and strong attack to emit side-sweeping wave. Yeah, we got hit with that wave a couple of times during that fight. So they were both great swords that he was using. Makes sense. Profaned great sword. Ceremonial sword held in Pontus Sullivan's right hand, representing the profaned flame. Long ago, when Sullivan was yet a young sorcerer, he discovered the profaned capital. Profaned capital. Okay. And an unfading flame below a distant tundra of Irithyll. Below? Okay. And a burning ambition took root within him. Profaned flame. Temporarily summon the profaned flame. Lunge forward and use strong attacks to enshroud blade in flame. Interesting. Very interesting. I mean, since I'm not a great sword user, they're effectively useless to me, but whatever.
Treat the firekeeper not with discourtesy. She
What?
is much like thee. Prisoners both, kept to link the fire.
I don't know why I would treat the firekeeper discourteously. What has she done to draw my ire? What has she done to draw my blade? And look at her quiet as a mouse. I have nothing to say to you. Ashen one. Hashtag stay over there.
Welcome home, Ashen One. Speak thine hearts. Ashen One, to be unsovereign. I will Ashen One.
Okay, I wasn't sure if you had something else to say.
Very well.
Something you actually want to do is consistently talk to your people around. They're bound to say something different. So let me see. One more attunement, and then I'll have my 4th attunement slot. It used to be 20 attunement in memory serves for 4.
Farewell, Ashen One. May the flame.
Okay. Still sitting on 7 embers, which is effectively nothing. But I'm embered, so I'm effectively sitting on 8. It's fine to an extent. I'll tolerate it. But, that is going to be the end of episode 20 of Dark Souls 3 on the Xbox Series X, folks. If y'all like what you see and want to see more of me, give me a like, follow, subscribe here on YouTube or both. Drop a comment, check out some of the other playlists, share around some of the other playlists, bang the bell. Follow the links to my Twitch to get to my YouTube, follow the links to my YouTube to get to my Twitch, and wherever you folks happen to be. Have yourselves a good morning, afternoon, evening, or night. And God bless you. Catch you in the next one.